my everything, yeah. My everything is you, Lord. Yeah. Oh, 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 oh. Everybody say, how can I express my gratitude for all the many things you've done for me? Words are not enough, to say thank you. So Lord, you are my everything. You're my everything. How can I express my gratitude? How can I express my gratitude for all the many things? Father, you done for me, yeah. Words are not enough to say thank you. So Lord, you are, you're my everything. See, I call you Jireh. Lord, my provider. I call you Eunice. You are my battle. I call you Rapha. Hey. You are my healer. Say, Lord, you are.
Ye fema ye wo London. Ya ji abasobodie bebre. Ne ya redare ewo mransemu. Eye legal services, be to say family law, matrimonial law, immigration, dispute resolution, Ghanaian customary, any family law. Wo BWF yen solicitors edi enijie ene twitwaje wo na ye bo nso nya den kra. Yen partner penimpa Bernardo Wusu aye lawyer ewo UK memu beburu mfie duonu nkron 29 years. BWF Solicitors kura won ho Inti se ba ne busuansem bi te se child care, eya abofrahwe mu, awaregya ye ho twema mentwe. Ene ohye ana injunction ye de to domestic violence so a, ye ma legal assistance ya edimu na ye adwuma nso. Yen child care any family team no nimnia wo famu ewe ne ya wo brei mu. Enu nti ne yeto ye mbo ase ma wafutu a esefata ewo kokoa mu. Yen senior partner obi a Law Society Family Law Accreditation Panel agina tumu na osanso ye member na kyerese eba no se ye gina wachi etwitwa agyew ewo family any matrimonial cases ho a wonni haw kra. Wo pe advice ewo immigration sensem ho. Wo BWF Solicitors Legal, ye immigration team no abredare ewo general immigration ho nsemsem, kosi complex immigration, work permit, student visa ho totoye, any entry clearance visas, family visas, ni appeals. Ye senior partner eye member na wasan ginatum ewo Law Society Immigration Accreditation Panel. Inti se taiwachi a wonni haw kra. Ye bie an office free juada ekosi fiada. Anopa nonkron pe mu ekosi enumre nonsia eye 9:30 am kosi 6 pm ena memene dan so appointment nko a free anopa nondu ekosi ewia no 9 eye 10 am kosi 4 pm. Ye were 4th floor ewo Anna House 214-218 Tottenham High Road, London N15 4NP. Sawun 93 Seven Sisters Underground nso a eye kwantie bi. Yen senior partner Bernardo Wusu san ye barrister ya gina tumu na oye Ghana Bar Association member ena wasan gina se mranimfo ewo court cases ya efa Ghana law ho. Wa advise local authorities, official solicitors office ni solicitors bebree efa Ghanaian law ho yi na osan yo bi a otai kasa ewo radio any TV so fa Ghanaian law ho.
Morning. Good morning, Prophet. What's up, Menka? No. Is it hour?
Based in London, we are a dynamic award-winning firm specializing in a range of legal services, including family law, matrimonial law, immigration, dispute resolution, Ghanaian customary and family law. At BWF, our solicitors are pleased to offer high-quality legal representation at competitive rates. Our senior partner, Bernardo Wusu, has over 29 years' experience as a lawyer in the UK. BWF solicitors provide independent and practical legal assistance for all kinds of family matters, such as childcare, contested and uncontested divorce, and injunctions for domestic violence. Our childcare and family team appreciate the issues facing you in this difficult time, which is why we offer confidential advice delivered in a sensitive manner. Our senior partner is an accredited member of the Law Society Family Law Accreditation Panel, which guarantees expert representation in all family and matrimonial cases. We are located at 4th floor Anna House, 214-218 Tottenham High Road, London, N15 4NP, just a short walk from Seven Sisters Underground.
Pacho de be too ka, but you should say I am a handman now. Yeah, she Zoom. Say Zoom a mute and I say mute.
Please let him know that it's not possible. He can't hear.
Prophet still not maintain ka. When him say a Zoom connection na say a mic no.
Hello, me bacho.
Ha. Yes.
Say wetin you can life and color.
Passion me too live and colored. You
Say
feel
wetin
too
you
much.
can emo me da ase. Ene na me ka kire atiefo say sania dwumadi no e hya ase enna no pa no. Enie di maame Eunice ebrew sania be ya obekire kwan Zambrano ne nia e koso ni nyina yenso ye betimi di inkrata no akotum ni yensa akabi na medical di no afiri baabi aba ansana wabobɔ nneɛma so ama yɛn uba Rainbow Radio a wo Manchester DAB plus wo London DAB wo tune in a yɛtintim hɔ ɛkyerɛ sɛ baabi a wɔbɛfa biara no wobɛte yɛn ka yɛne yɛde abutiri akɔ Ghana yɛde Ghana aba abutiri Mama Eunice mafio papa bɛyɛ bosom mmienu ni o
Pachai, hey, me say obi afew eye me nko a. Obi afew. Nti ye da yamya se ode wa ba asundwem. Pacha bisanfo ne asorefo e.
Obi aho ye papa.
Ye da yamya se.
Na ifie bɔkɔ de.
Pachai, bibi akɔ.
Ye da yamya se. Na we de minim sɛ ye hya sie ni sa. Na ye dan ɛna ɔmo se ye mfa asylum seekers enkogu baabi foforo adintia.
Oh, I think that's one of the main topics for this week. The fact that government now crowd or some person already in Crawford called Rwanda, and as we were saying earlier on, I think this was somewhere in March. Say government say asylum seekers na bano their next port and as a safe country Rwanda because government say they cannot contain the numbers of asylum seekers at urban. But it's a good thing that we have a legal system in this country that works because maybe to say Africa, they are in there. They're saying things that will not work. But a Chrome had there, into their procedures that have to be followed. And the government cannot just override the legal procedures at ASAFA. First of all, UK is part and signatory of the Refugee Convention, which they signed under the UN. And see, if somebody is claiming that their life is at risk, and I say almost political views, and I say the fact that they have a certain sexual orientation, and that is being at risk because of the fact that baby they are not being accepted, then of course the UK has to be able to assess that person's claim for asylum. Na just but they cannot just say because nimpano space, and I said they don't have the accommodation to put that person in. Almost they go back to another safe country. And I know that there have been court cases under the European Court of Human Rights that have said, so what the UK has done is virtually non-legal, or it's not legal. And see, them making an agreement with the Rwandan government to, should I say shipping Crawford back to Rwanda just because it is another safe country, no, is not lawful under the UN Convention. And see, I mean, you said on Tuesday when they made flights available for a lot of asylum seekers who had come to be taken back to Rwanda, no, they then stopped the flights, or those that had legal actions in place were able to have injunctions. Into injunction, I say, almost they may call before, but I haven't been assessed properly in terms of my asylum claim. Into they shouldn't be able to remove me from this safe country to another safe country. Into the injunction was to stop the flight. Into Yadayamias say almost to stop a flight, and the government are looking to take a lot more people in the months to come, because almost say Nationality and Borders Act will come into force from the 28th of this month, which is this June we are. And see, if that act comes into force, then it is lawful for them to be able to then take asylum seekers who have come even from January back to Rwanda. But it is not compatible with UN Convention now assigning onto. And they are still signatories to that. They haven't said they are non-signatories to that UN Convention. So they still have to go by the right procedure and also make sure that asylum will properly have their claims assessed before any removal takes place. And see, government but the government is also not above the law. If the law is saying that they have to follow procedures and structures that have been put in place, then those have to be followed. And it was good that proactive almost to me stop flights from taking place. But it might not be for long, because I can see government is saying if, for instance, obi enya claim and answer why say or your asylum seeker na or be your claim UK chrome ha still na you remember call crampo na you bet to me assess ne claim no whilst they are in Rwanda. If it comes to light said ne pakrono they are all kind no crea, it might be said they will be able to bring this person back to the UK, but it shouldn't be that way, because of course, UK, which is a safe country in the first place, then that person should be afforded every right to remain here, because they've made their claim here in the UK and they should be able to reside safely in the UK. Ebimukafo say statistically, the UK doesn't take a lot of refugees. Compared to other European countries, they don't even see why the UK is complaining so much. But let's see how things take place from the end of this month when our Nationality and Borders Bill come into play. Prophet, I know I am share because so with the asylum claim to now you say the whole call Rwanda. Better than with our family name it's very disturbing for a lot of people, but let's try and push the government in terms of legal structures now what in place now, at least in the Zambrano so kakra. Yeah.
And say flight I was say it take you off to Rwanda no and to Egusua.
There be into.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah,
okay.
into. They were able to halt it because for ekunya injunction and as an interim injunction in place, senya always stop a flight na ansana access your claims, because there are procedures that need to take place. But government, is just being bossy. Almost more override these legal structures now in place. And see, we are saying, as much as they have said they will take people to Rwanda, they also have an obligation under the UN Convention and say almost share their assigning now. At least in form of claims are almost putting in there and they so almost assess claims and sana almost removing and some way every UK chrome ha. Yeah.
And this enka ekoba say flight no kura 2 years. And my raise this issue omesa ko for ba.
Sana almost can say ebia o de will claim no to na you call Rwanda na you who say ampa will claim no. Your life is at risk, and I say sexual orientation will be at risk because of A, B, C, D. Into you who say clearly well-funded claim into you say claim now will make it and the room into then they will say that person is allowed to come back. But I mean this is theoretically, practically no. I think it is much better said nipa kono omo we access omo claim no e wo ha answer na omo yi omo. But to put it in simple terms, their government can say is just overbearing. The asylum claims have just become too much for them. They just want to deter and almost Libya and any other countries now, and yet countries at risk from coming to the UK. Into this is their way of deterring them from coming to the UK. But a lot of the asylum seekers that are coming from countries that we know there are wars going on in Syria, in Afghanistan. A lot of these Middle Eastern countries, there's something going on. Into na omu every omu kroma, omu eba UK kroma. I don't know what the numbers are statistically in terms of Nkrofona, Abia, baby omu wano. Said their lives are not being put at risk, but what it is now is that so we the claim no tuma someone says it san claim and san normal can say their work cannot no crabby their work cannot say no crabby and then they have every right to say almost you if you chrome her because you don't have any basis to remain in the UK. But said obi the claim to na ni claim no then that person should be able to remain in the UK because it is a safe country. Almost life would not be at risk, and almost political views and almost sexual orientation would not be put in harm's way because of baby omufri. And so I think we are trying as much as possible to make sure the government follows the legal structures that are in place. But let's see what happens at the end of the month when nationality and borders bill also comes into force and it clearly states they have every right to remove such claimants to Rwanda in terms of those who come into the country from January. And so I hope as much as possible, those who are able to help these asylum seekers legally, will go on and help them as much as possible. Yeah. Prophet. In terms of updates, every week via Crampo with Rwandan updates because a lot of people have seen it on the news, and so it's good to so that we can talk about it at the beginning. Also, I think it is right for us to also remind ourselves nationality applications into ABIA Obane 8010 opese oyi application emano senya obetumi enya ne registration certificate as a British citizen. And now Crampo say one kasa when you settled status and so person will register Obano as British because Obano is under the age of 18 and opesa oye application no ema no home office omo the new guidance about say opesa oye sa registration ema akola oye under the age of 18 there, then there is that fee waiver available to them. So ubetumi achre as awufo no say ebia usika na woje no unsheda enya enough ubetumi e dey aye application no into ebia when you will settle status, but at the moment with jumana we no unsheda enje benefits enka ho into would or rely on part-time jumana o no into so you say to 1012 Emma and Kolani na including wo wankasa wo fee na ebia wo de be naturalization no want to me into yasika no and I say you say because we banedi 10 into ebia o yes application for registration no ama akola no into to 1012 no in terms of 2012 no so over to me actually say to me enya 2012 sika no enti our fees na and they would look at how to waive that fee no senya unto ya sika no enti the guidance is there for nkofa to me afford sa home office fees no, and with every fee waiver application no they will ask for 6 months bank statement, 6 months pay slips, any evidence to show say ABR would die now with him no ABR campo or be an etua amao and say una wootia into one shedda any sa 1012 now would be to ya home office fees no. Almost like I said say a family application na ABR awofo no ene nkola no and a omoye registration there and there to me ahwe senya ebia omobetumi awebi fee no for awofo no nso nti it is currently for nkola omwedi under 18, but if it is a family application the guidance they say then they would assess both akolano and the parents in terms of waiving the fee nti at least and also ewo homa nkola na omo pese omo yes nationality applications omo yi fee no but say o pese we yes fee waiver application and they almost say they will assess it because usually no for nationality applications there's no fee waiver in the guidance no omo de buy last month to say said they are going to consider fee waiver applications for nationality is also another good thing for nkrofo amo shesenya onwe to me aye sa applications emma omomba no so that they will not have to pay sa 1012 na say o nkola mienu ana say nkola 3 you wouldn't have to pay for omunina and that is also another good thing because I mean you say nkrofo bebre no more train say bibi say ebeba but we thank God say at least see there omo ede about nkrofo betumi so access say ya to me aye applications without having to pay sa home office fees no so thirdly I think say it is also good for us to look at the fact say when it comes to applications na you know in comparison to the UK applications usually so applications from outside of the UK almost bisa say why you be to say tuberculosis test to see say only tuberculosis and the test center as we usually know would have been in Medlab Ridge area but to see I almost say movies center no to airport residential area and a clinic needing the migration health assessment clinic into a IOM migration health assessment clinic into say application as a spouse and I say akola wo be join no o mama and I say o papa and I say o kunu and I say o yere it is at that center that you will be taking that tuberculosis test. And so it's no longer Medlab as we previously used to know. But to see at the Migration Health Assessment Center, airport residential area. And with those tests, you can always book it online. So we're booking it online now. Available dates. Ube to me email on crampo na also a bookie amount. That is in terms of for yes applications from outside of the UK. And also Emma for almost share almost person yes applications for spouse or a child and say a relative almost person the neighbor UK Chrome ha. That is in terms of outside UK applications. I know say delays no there. I can't send me until finish that because I know say no is a very like the whole program based on delays and how we can actually get the Home Office to start making decisions. But as it is now, almost person force and I know that lawyer Richard can say we can take legal action. Legal action so is unisika untumi enkoye sa judicial review, and the people who are the ones who have money are the people who are sitting there with British citizenship and answer krata wow utia over £2,000 for application usa ankotia and no for legal action. Hey, and yeah, but I think say yenya apotakakra emma it is only for a season. It is not going to be forever. Inti yenya apotakakra emma na omofa decisions no so embra. Into prophets major updates no hana yesumi atwa so with your topic.
Yo, and yeah, at you for near and lawyer Eunice, Eddie Abre and Yini, a man for a canyon is I love rainbow radio. Many colors, many voices, one God, one station. Yo, more and yeah, my lawyer, fire to us so now my updating me and going.
Okay, into prophet say your topic no it's talking about Zambrano carers. Into who is a Zambrano carer, and I say this new guidance na Home Office Ediabano ye train court case of Akinsanya in regards to Zambrano carer now or say na oda Zambrano so and because we hear can say public funds and as a benefits needs or court can say because we hear public benefits into no switch call 2.5 no so but who say 2019 government the new appendix EU aba almost say conform cra derivative rights no move to me apply for indefinite leave to remain and I say and there nam first me what sa derivative rights ni bi ansa na me call 2.5 ni bi nti ma me ye sa application no for indefinite because and also be boa me and other call court no ma me ni win the case and Home Office no ampene so omo appeal call court of appeal and no mboyem so ba January of this year. I think it was the 24th of January this year. And Home Office for no so any judgments no in regards to the Akinsanya case. In the Court of Appeal no na obia per se at least Miss Akinsanya enya and why over to me edenya indefinite leave to remain ewo krom ha. So over share ye umbrana who clearly say even under your immigration EU regulations any your appendix EU say who will leave to remain under the immigration rules there to me and switch it back to derivative rights and answer to me and switch it back to the EU regulations as they say. In see who say because Zambrano does not allow for somebody who has leave to remain under your immigration rules to be able to then apply those people who have lawful residence under your immigration should not be afforded that opportunity and access that right to be able to reside in the UK. Sorry about that. Okay, sorry about the sound, or shall I say the technical issue now, yeah, have it. In courts, Eka says, if you have that right, and I said that leave to remain under your immigration rules, yeah, and you shouldn't be afforded the right and I said the opportunity under your EU regulations, and I say, yeah, Appendix EU, and it is only for Nkofua, omuni way and answer only that legal requirement to be able to apply under your immigration rules. Into say what derivative rights, also your primary carer, or specifically under your EU regulations 2016. It talks about derivative right holders, and then the Zambrano carer. Into specifically under your regulation 16, which subsection 6, it talks about the fact that akola or under the age of 18 or British na only leave to remain, and that's an indefinite leave to remain under your immigration rules. Na ube to me actually say sa akola no the main primary carer. Into sa akola no, because we are the main primary carer no, otherwise, without you, it means that Star Akolano will have to be removed from the UK. And see, say so obi able to me emit requirements and member say or Akola or under the age of 18 or you're British. Sa Akolano and I say one only leave to remain, and I say indefinite leave to remain under your immigration and I say immigration rules and I say immigration act. Na say we akolano the main primary carer, and I say ebi mu ha akolano detained and say omumienu and I inkolano omu main primary carer. And to say say we na we akolano main primary carer. Na because of wunenty there will be no other person to care for this child. Into if you had to leave the UK, it would mean say Sa Akola also will have to leave the UK with you. Whereas yenim says Akola ya British ewo krom ha, that child based on case law should be afforded the same rights to be able to reside here. Interna yenim sa case no as Zambrano. Into that has to do with a person who had a British citizen child or to another EU country, and then they were able to derive their rights from that child because of the fact that even though they were in another EU country, because of the fact that Sa Akolano was a British citizen, that was able to also afford Sa Nemame the right to be able to reside in that EU country. And see, when it comes to the rights of British citizens and also EU nationals, they uphold those rights very well. Of course, leading on from the Akinsanya case, no, we now have Nkofo Omo bisa say, and see, Sisiano, you wait to me yes applications way and now say applications na yedi atum de dano. Is it possible say omo make a decision e dey amaye and I say omo refuse your applications? From what the guidance is stating, no, they are stating clearly say who will leave to remain. under your immigration rules nasia and the almost and share wo application for derivative rights and answer wo application for indefinite leave to remain under almost appendix EU because it is clear say leave to remain did that. And that is what they are saying under their guidance. And they've, introduced it from, this is Monday, where I call it 13th of June. And as stated clearly, say, open say, yes, applications because derivative rights. And I say, what akola, British, only leave to remain. Now, over to me, actually, I was akola way for a continuous period of 5 years. And now up to the 25th of July, saying over to me, edits applications way atum. Of course, Home Office no agreement say the court decided in favor of Miss Akinsanya on a period of 6 weeks where incorporated to me edit applications way atum before deadline no ebeson. And the Home Office have clearly stated say they don't want any applicants who have leave to remain. But we also are going by the law. And see, one kasano, so over to me approve it say a primary carer of a collar and answer when you crew and more share British child no because OD 10 no and I'm British citizenship no Emma sa akola ninti. Mumie no na moye primary carers of sa in kola ninti. Mo person mo yes application. Of course, you can make the application for derivative rights under your appendix EU because they share almost definition now, almost they share immigration, yeah, EA regulation 2016 last year. Then it clearly states so over to me actually say we are primary carer of Sakolano now because of the fact that you refuse to application now it will mean that Sakolano so will have to be removed from the UK to another country. So over to me actually say we are primary carer, then you can still make the application for derivative rights under your appendix EU. Who does the appendix EU not cover? Home Office Akinsanya almost end to me and any acceptance of for almost leave to remain. But clearly, from the case of Akinsanya, no, say who right over to me application no under immigration EA regulation 2016 there, then you should be able to make that application under the appendix EU for indefinite leave to remain. ABA wo share program no over to me actually say your main primary carer for akolano. I'm not talking about obia ABA akolane papa a British citizen because Oka say your main primary carer of akolana or make say akolano or another parent ever chrome her into say you every chrome her then it means say sa akolane papa and I say sa akolane mama na onhwe no or your British ni no obetumi ahwe akolane nti say you are affected akolano nti if you have a British child na akolane papa and I say ne mama British dear patcho men ye wadrin say obeye sa Akinsanya application way be patcho the vida because from what I said, me say requirements nature say ube to me actually say akolano under 18, akolano British, akolano ube to me actually say we are the main primary carer, and say you if you chrome her, it means say akolano so say you know because oni obia ube to me actually no, inti say akolano mame and I said ne papa British dear patcho bebre, omubeka say omu you are. Akolano ye okay because ne British papa and I ne British mama able to me ashe no krom ha nti ha no nti me ka say in terms of nkofo na ebia omoba no edi 10 omo register akolano as British and now say we ka say akolana no, he is even more than 10 into person registered as British to be able to rely on Sa Akolano as a primary carer. Then of course you can say, oh yeah, Sa application no as a primary carer to be able to remain here in the UK with Sa Akolano. Into either say, oh yeah, a single parent, and I say, oh yeah, joint parent of Sa Akolana or yeah, British. Into move to me actually say, Mwashre Akolano from the time of obey British into Sa Akolano a bia OD 10 and I'm here registration no man into Onyani registration, let's say sometime in 2015. We are since August. Move to me actually say since August of 2015 no. Mwashre Akolei sa nididium shopping. Debi amoto school nyama mo yese school trips nyama bebre inti so we to me actual evidence ebia of receipts of nyama otoma nkola no anasa sa British akola no evidence of let's say akola no yare a una wode no call GP school letters showing say we call parents evenings reports any nyama yede bro as a parent of sa akola no sa nyama we ni na. So wait to me, I got that to say, ebia from August 2015, me na mashe sa akola we sa abedru Zambrano, and I say 5 years now, year kano from 2015 to 2020, 5 years. So wait to me, actually say na wash akola we sa up to that 5 years continuous period, yeah, and yet at least on wait to me, actually no at the amount. Into they are saying they are considering applications under this Akinsanya judgment now up to the 25th of July. And they will consider it on the basis say you have a reason for missing the deadline. Into yenim say government's name transition period for Obibiara or Kase or EU national and as a family member of EU national or to Kromha. And as a matter of law, no, yes, immigration regulation 2016, no, and ye Jumabium, and the treaties that we were signed on to as a member of the EU, and as a member of the European Union, no, we don't have those laws to be obligated by anymore. In see, sa imrawe ni nano because of the UK being removed and as not being part of the EU, Nancy, they had to now form the EU settlement scheme and as appendix EU saying as and Crawford in Nano will be protected. In the transition period, no more from January 2020 to December of 2020. In the over to me actually say by the end of that transition period, which was the 31st of December 2020, 11 p.m. So over to me actually said na ukita derivative rights. And now said na uye obia ukra derivative rights. And I said you were somebody who was a primary carer of a British child there. Then you can make the application under Star Appendix EU derivative rights and I say indefinite leave to remain application now omo eka ho asem. It is for nkofo a omo betumi actually say before UK no ebe free EU no and I say sa transition period ne ende ye no na ye to me actually say sa akola we am say oye British no na me primary carer without me no akola no there's no way I obe to me atna e krom ha because muyi mi free chrome ha e chese sa akola no so e say muyi ni free e chrome ha because oni mami anase papa bia obetumi ahwe no me nko a na me hwe no e wo chrome ha anase me ne me kunu anase me ne me yere na e hwe akola yi oni obi a obetumi ahwe no apart from yemi no enti mo mfa mayen enti it is in regards to sankofo na obetumi a chese na omo hwe sa British akola no before December 2020. And I know say Nkofo so ebisame in terms of the fact say ebia na omo kita sa derivative rights ne deda are they bound by this 25th July deadline? No, not necessarily, but the government has already stated, say, oh, derivative rights now, you should have already applied for pre-settled status. Until now, it's 5 years, Nibia, they would have expected you to apply for pre-settled status because, Omoka say, after the transition period, people have up until 30th June 2021 to make applications. And to say, okay, derivative rights, and as a derivative biometric card, Nibi, you can still make the application for either pre-settled, which is leave to remain, and as a indefinite leave to remain. No, Sano, they will still ask you the NCR 1 year application no before 30th June 2021. Into Sena Abia Unim said na say we application no before 30th June dia. Then you say na unim into that is the reason why you did not make the application by the 30th of June 2021. Into say ukita card the crown poor no say the card in itself does not give you any legal status. Into ukita card no na wu to kwai na wo ba. Baby say why pre-settled status and as a 1 year pre-settled status. To me my own room if you haven't done pre-settled status and I say settled status no. And I hear paper application also so. In the paper applications no, it take time. In the say ukita derivative rights card na 1 year pre-settled status and as a 1 year settled status application na and the patch of also yebi. Now, Omoma will leave to remain, and I say Omoma will indefinite leave to remain because card no is no longer valid, and I say status now Ukraino is no longer valid. In say o switch eba ye appendix EU no so senya ube to me enya the right legal status. In say to kwanya obi an stop e wo kwan no so say adentina 1 year pre-settled and as I didn't know 1 year with settled EU settlement application. No, you have to be able to show say also why you be saying you over to me so a room say who to kwanya and I say who ye juma and I say baby sana we ni nano omube here. Into that is for unkofa omu di kan ekra sa derivative card and I say omu kra sa derivative rights. Should I say status, immigration status. But Abia, to say Mrs. Akinsanya no, kita sa derivative rights because ukra 2.5. But ubano and I say umbano, omudi 10 and I will register and I want to wash but we application no under 2.5 because we be 5 years na Abia opesa also with benefits and I say na nim say omobema Zambrano holders indefinite leave to remain into otwa so or 2.5 no so. Of course, make the application because so over to me actually say when I wash akolano up to this time and I say over to me actually say akolano wash no for more than 5 years into almost share the fact say now of course we obia wash sa akola up to this time and I say wait to me actually say wash akolano for a continuous period of 5 years into almost share na almost fa indefinite leave to remain no emma under appendix EU. At least say almost say leave to remain crampona. They will have to look at it again in the eyes of the law because say one kasa na we main primary carer. To me and can show say without you no akola no beya obi ahwe no because when we main primary carer and so when I wo hwe akola no refuse to it means say akola no so so free a chrome ha and it is something that they've said so refuse to crampona. The law is staring us right in the face. Ube to me in your right of appeal. Into right of appeal no. As soon as you exercise it, it means say and your home office for no and a better case nivium and your courts and a better case no. Into courts no so ebema and home wire. Into na your person checks and balances a chrome ha. say government enye on ejuma and it means say judiciary and say court no so e wo ho a say on ye on ejuma and na parliament nso so e wo ho a say omutumi e kire embra no inti we have all of those checks and balances senya government no will not always have its own way inti say almost say omu refuse to crampo na court no so ebetumi ahwe asem na omutumi akire say na embra city a and they say yedema sa nimpa no nti emfa ho say what leave to remain but at least say unim say your main primary carer for akola na and they over to me aye application no by the 25th of July nti 25th of July no for sa nkrofo na kura sa derivative rights no a omo pese omo ye sa application no under your appendix EU enti eno no sa no oye application na o chere say wona oye main primary carer for akola na oye under 18 and na unim say akola no say you say you refuse wa it means say you say akola no so free a chrome ha but as much as possible no omo pese nkrofo applications no before that deadline of 25th of July. Inti prophets major no hana nkrofo wa asem bi some person mo bisa na omo so ebisa omo asem.
Yo, my lawyer, ye da wasi. Asem ne de nkrofo be bisa bibiri papa. Anye yemfa telephone line no entida. Na yema atifo ehunu se obi abetimi abamu bi. Na odi wonsem nyina aba na afi yama lawyer ayiwa no kama na lawyer memfa wi enhya ase emfiri ha bia me bema no ena me bi nso akwala no ma wona brabom for 5 years ba me yere ne de nyame adom okita ne British passport na me bema no metimi di application no akotum na me nso ye de amame se ma 5 years akola
aha nti na me dikai ka se akola no se u ka se ne mame ana se ne papa British na wo ye papa bia wo ne mame ne ente ana se wo ne papa na ente nti wo so wa hwa akola ne bi ne mame so ahwe ne bi but wo kire se wo na wo ye obi a wa hwa akola no under your immigration rules no yeah, specifically say we are parents of akola. So we say we ne sa akola no a genuine and subsisting relationship. Say we say we direct access and the sa akola na we ka say we hwe no. It's not because ebi akola no ete won chen. Ebi akola no te ne mama chen because we obi a obehwe akola no. And no say we direct access into we behwe akola no every time. No, the immigration rules afford, and I said the immigration rules allow for Sir Papa not to be able to get leave to remain. So we share immigration and I say EEA regulation 2016. So obi chess or your primary carer, so also chess say on no free chrome ha, Sir Colano so say on also a free chrome ha. And so what we papa now also we share Colano. Say yes you refuse to application na akola no obe free chrome ha na say on free chrome ha say wo ka say akola ne mama ye British akola ne mama so hwe na then it means say you refuse to application na and the akola no obe ye ne mama ahwe no nti on free chrome ha nti it means say the fourth requirement no when to me meet nti no sa no so mo refuse to application na and honestly, I'm catch you say call because when you akola na main primary carer, ne mama so ewo ho a obetumi ahwe no. Nti the Zambrano application will not be the right application for who papa na wo so wo behwe oba no. It will rather be say over here application under your immigration rules as say where you can show say direct access to akola na wo say wo hwe no. If it's the other way around, na kame yama me na me say me ne me kunu e na ehwe akola no. Nti me ne me kunu me kunu British and na nkwala no so British into me pese me application way. Even in that scenario, crampo no, still no, you will not be able to make an application under your Zambrano no so because say you refuse to application na nkwala no omo papa ye British. Inti omo betumi atena omo papa nchen. So omo refuse wo application na at least nkwala no omo papa inti there will be no need to remove nkwala no because of wo no. But say eba ne say bia uni bi papa no so ni bi and I wo kire say we your main primary carer of akola na na say nkwala no dia and it means say nkwala no say you refuse to application na you say you free krom ha it means say say omo yi nkwala no so free krom ha and that is where should I say most people who are thinking of whether to apply no will have to meet that criteria. So to make sure say you refuse to application na it means say sa akola no so say you know free krom ha but say akola ne papa na say ne mama ye British there and it means say omo de akola no betumi akoma ne mama say ne papa krampo enhwe no krampo a omo betumi aka kire say because ne papa eda so ti krom ha and it means say akola no anase nkola no omo papa betumi ahwe omo and now wo ye mama no because of the fact say ebia nkola no papa eti krom ha no ye betumi ayu nkola no omo be okay with omo papa e wo krom ha nti wo application no you refuse so nti it is based on case laws and I know say recently there have been other case laws in regards to same criteria where you make ho asemi because nipa papa British there and the Home Office can always make the argument say ene omo papa crampo na ehwe omo a ye betumi eja nkwala no wo omo papa nchen nti at least omo be ya obi ahwe omo ye yiw na ye ja nkwala no wo krom ha nti unfortunately say when to me meet sa criteria where a beye den ama say omo betumi e de ama because I know say there are other case laws that have gone on to should I say agree with the Home Office when it comes to sa criteria way say papa no and I say mama no British there and they don't venture at all, don't ever say oh yes as Zambrano application because I'm farm out. Yeah.
Okay, you. So bakunya be British dia don't venture. Me pacho me ma achi emo akwaba ebe dwumadi lawyer ejo so we dia mo wagina so ache fache.
Pacho mentioning ne.
Me pacho ye si wo kasa no e wo form kakra. Enti peja one kakra mai. Ah, it's say dia wo dem eye.
Thank you. The outcome what is FTAC.
Okay, FTAC no obisa say tuberculosis test no. One hospital pay and one place pay na obitumi aye. And I say Kumasi nso no ebi wo ho.
Patro ye one place pay. Inti sa migration health assessment clinic na meka ho asem no. Ewo airport residential area. I think say last month and 2 months ago and almost say first no na ye med lab ewo Accra. Sisi almost say ewo airport residential area. Inti one place pay. And as one place pen so na some West African countries no so omo betumi aye sa tuberculosis medical test e wo hon so nti when booking tema you will find out that you will have to make the test a month in advance and I say ubenya date no 1 month and a half after. Into Shenson say it's not just for Ghana, it's for other West African countries as well. Yeah. Okay. In terms of documents, no, so we application no na let's say we need computer so you want to be able to upload your documents yourself. And they over to me at first our option, and you can upload all the documents yourself on their website. So when share any computer now person obey mistake beyond so then you might as well make it such that or booking a biometric appointment I won't be set for assisted service into or booking for biometric appointments now over choose assisted service. Send your over to me scanning the documents no say or call biometric center honomo into so carbon and sanwa or the documents need copies of all the documents and your originals. The only original passport snippet into copies of all the documents no or the record sa Accra Visa Center honom na omo ascan amano omo ji card payments only into omo ji payments no online omo ji no honom on card into omo be scanning na amano na omo asende akoma UK VI4 omo be access application no into so yeah technical person there and the one cause over to me upload the word there. But it's a sad there and there. Many copies of all the documents now found call the biometric appointments now almost any manner.
Okay, so you better make that.
Sorry, Opachawanse.
Osi se nipa ni nikada obeden wetinye tuya ogana.
And she said we self-upload and I say we copy card and man signing panel.
Na adenji na Ghana omonye na card system no enye hai ubega wie no card no nya de kono tuya na bibia adam di obi meye na ene de we nya nsu ama boys we nya nsu ama girls.
Because me name say nkofa owo kra current account e bim be break it a card into yeah so only card then there just could be proper current account say mano
lawyer no okasa say o submit application in the afane say mini sponsor no and I mean ya ma obi Ghana nti o say me send me documents bi free ha eko Ghana na mo upload ho ana say e wo say wo di free Ghana ebre me na me upload no ha eja aha metua card a obi me bisa me so the boys will go to lunch o na ya emisa
into wo chrome ha wo a sponsor no say one kasa wo person wo upload ego computer no so normal far you don't need to pay anything because one person na wo upload no into say documents na wo here and they on way to me your copies e they send you and now some way to me their email now one person wa upload akoma mo but because ebia and you obia and any computer mo on way to me uploading and I say lawyer for because of the volume of applications ninti you choose assisted service emma clients saying your own way to me the documents need na ako presented wo Accra Visa Center honom no more upload the amount into what it is that say we your chrome had there one kasa we upload na omo nji usika bia but say we person omo na eyama odia and the obetua sa card payments ewo sa Accra Visa Center honom into so mo yama wodia and the omankasa ebefa papers no askane no mo upload ama into no mo jisika no into omo jisika no to be able to scan and upload documents no for you But say one kasa person we scan in the and the one kasa oh choose to start self-service. Into one kasa over upload the documents no and sana nipa kono upon a biometric appointment. Into they will expect say by the time nipa kono upon a biometric appointment no why yes uploads no data. Into say oh person yen and so that is also available to you.
Okay, thank you so much, Lawyer.
Yo. Yes, so yada was your hineba. Yada was papa. Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
Me pacho, good morning. Apum ti say. Onyame ashira na lawyer 8 you.
Obeti mi akọ him pacho.
Lawyer, me pacho oye EU member na obisa say ne kon adoso one ne yire o me kwa kwichinchi akotutwa mumbe kakra na one ne yire o metimi atutu kwan akọ European country without visa.
It's no EU national no. He's allowed to go to any EU member state without a visa. Ne yere na onye EU national no into ebia ne yere kita Ghanaian passport. Into say ne yere kita Ghanaian passport there unfortunately because onye EU ninti so oje visa. If for instance na ne yere kita biometric card no which is the old biometric card na omatros residence card and na say permanent residence no with because it is under the EU regulations no I hear say they can still travel under that. But when for instance why you start EU settlement scheme when you start EU settlement scheme biometric permit no and because all under the British immigration rules they will not permit for even that to be used in any EU country. And to say, oh yeah, EU national. Now only we yere and now because we yere ekita Ghanaian passport. Pacho ye visa application almost say ebim ye Schengen visa. Ebim so how mu use Schengen visa. I say ukwaje omu Chrome visa nibi. Inti say oh yes application and sana wa flight crampo say oh to ako baby. Inti that is also something that I think say people have to know. And transit visas no there as much as possible. So also who to cry ako Ghana crampo now also who ye transitor. Every EU country would demand say obeje visa answer na wabe lande on mukrum. Whether it's Air France, Air Portugal, Amsterdam, whatever flight it is, omobeka chel say oje visa answer na withdraw mukrum. Nkita visa ombesan wechi into pacho bebre say oh yeah transit flighter and they say oje no visa answer na way to kwan kra.
Menua enti ye na koji visa ne nyesa ukuduru ho odo no ebeti wani so why yo bye bye wan koji visa ne dia ukuduru ho odo no ebeti wani so me ba cho me ma wachi e mo akwa aba yes sir Fabra
Linda no I will from pa
na de asset on voice no from one oyene me ba cho pija voice buga kra yeah okay, Jina, Ohini Jina, my first question, and only one after the other one. As a lawyer, I struggle to hear you, but me manage. Lawyer, or say, or ye EU ni, na afei na ɔpɛ sɛ ɔkɔfa ne yere ba na ne yere no nso no ɔso wɔ nkɔla bɛyɛ sɛ mmiɛnsa nti ɔnyɛ sure ebia na ɔmoboro me ɔso wɔ bɛyɛ sɛ mmiɛnsa na adwuma a ɔyɛ no nso nyame adom otimi nya sika no a ɛbɛso ama watimi akɔfa nkɔla na ba na process bɛn ɛna wɔso ɔfa so ɛno yɛ first question.
Pacha of Free Ben so ɔsɛ ɔyɛ EU national of Free Ben so.
Akonta free Germany.
Okay. Into so free Germany dear, there's no requirements when it comes to Appendix E. You say so classical way and sana way to meet the wayere and then kola aba chrome ha. Na ka we British dear and the na mabobo so financial requirements, accommodation, relationship requirements, English language requirements, na mabobo so. But because we are EU ninti under your Appendix EU no, there is no requirements, and previously under your EU treaties no, there was free movement until they didn't have those requirements to say yeah British for a war requirements. Into say open so kofa we yere ene umbano eba no application fee, no maintenance requirement. But over to me, they will pay slips and no bank statements. Actually, almost say we adwuma into at least crampo no omo ba when I be show and ya buy and ebe show mo. Over to me, they will tenancy agreements. I can want to say omo ba omo benya baby ada senya at least omo koye bedding ewo abai no so. In kola no omo dia here under 21 and I say over 21.
Under 21.
Okay, into someone ya under 21 dear and when they say o de birth certificates no actually say o mane o yere sika for almost school fees ne yama. Of course wait to me actually money transfer receipts wait to me actually communications when o yere ewo I'm sure say more year aware into more marriage certificates over to me actually say na o yere before December 2020. That date no a key date because bibia yebe bia no omo person say na onisa nipa no e wo ho before sa December 2020 inti say obetumi a chem kwa dey say no year before December 2020 dia and then na wetumi ayesa application e dey wo yere ene wo mba no abeka ho e wo krom ha.
But the boyfriend, Islamic aware, but before 2020, for some certain problem was happening on the bounce of the way now. That way, pain over here.
Make take glimpses of the question. Now we can say what down for or kuna na say boyfriend never chrome her.
Or your boyfriend
Okay, and a boyfriend okay that's British citizenship and that's okay then. Oh yeah, EU ni. And I will be say so wait to me your application no based on no relationship no with sad boyfriend no.
But one year aware, but one year Islamic marriage aware in 2020, but one marriage.
And they say almost register unless they have proof say normal together. And see, we share your appendix EU either say all your application as a spouse and as a durable partner. And see, so we can say we a durable partner there. And one person who say now or when is nipa no for more than 2 years before 31st December 2020. Nti omo be here proof of address. Omo be here say obe chire omo say na oni sa nipa krono e na ete ebia within no e da bill so ebia mo are register with the same GP into GP no e wo mo records no say mo to the same address for more than 2 years before December 2020. Into say or person and the boyfriend ASR application then she should have the evidence to back it to say now on the boyfriend no ever for more than 2 years and some more yet end of transition, which was in December, and I said before 31st December 2020. That is if over to me evidence and to say dear a bear dinkakra.
Yes, so yeah, that was it. Yes, so yeah, that was it. Papa, Unyame, Asia. Yadi abrutri abagana yadi Ghana so ako abrutri ebacho mema achi ama akwaba ebadumadi so. Hello.
Hello. Morning. Sorry, I don't speak Ghana, but I was just listening to your program.
All right.
And sorry, I'm so sorry. And some of the things that the lady has been discussing, I realized she's been discussing it in Ghanaian language. And some of us that are not Ghanaian language kind of struggle to understand. If possible, she could speak a bit of English. As in, I don't know, to switch over from Ghanaian to English so non-Ghanaian speakers could understand what she's.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for informing us.
I would like to understand more about this the new values of office about Akinsanya, because I actually put in an application and I was hoping to receive a positive verdict, but now that the home office is trying to turn us to ATM, trying to siphon all the money we've been working for ages, and so I would like to know more about this and what is in the line. Is there any other legal challenge that people can actually take home office back to the court to discuss this? Because I think they are working against what was decided in the court. So.
Okay. Thank you for your question. I think that the reason why we speak our local dialect on the program is generally because the program is dedicated to our Ghanaian community, and then we try and chip in English as much as possible for other people who listen, who can't understand our local dialect. So usually we chip those English phrases in there just to help other people out as well. So it's not because we want to discriminate against anybody, it's just because the program is mainly for our Ghanaian community. So thank you for coming on the program. I know you were making a suggestion in terms of... Sorry?
She knows, she understands. But once she have asked the question in English and she want to understand, we will give her the answer. So
in English.
On that platform, we will deliver what you are expecting. So
yes.
Thank you.
So in terms of the delays and the applications with the Home Office, I know a lot of people have made complaints in terms of going onto the Home Office website to complain. Those that have lawyers have also put in letter before claims or pre-action protocols just because the delay is unbearable. If you are somebody who has 2.5 years, they literally tell you there is no standard period of service for people making human rights applications, and therefore they cannot uphold your complaint, which is terrible because, of course, in law, there is no standard period of service, whereas people who come under our Appendix EU have a period of service that usually states that they should have at least 6 months. And then on the Home Office website, they have guidance as to how long an application will take. And that's just guidance, and it's not the law. So unfortunately, because there is no law in terms of a standard period of service, it is so difficult to challenge them legally in terms of the delays. And that's why my colleague made a suggestion that we could challenge them through judicial review. But that is an expensive process where people don't have the money and the time, because it takes a long time for the court to process it and then give a date and then so on and so forth. And obviously, like I've already said, because it is very difficult to pin them down in terms of the legalities, it is a game of having to be patient with them, because unfortunately, there isn't any law that suggests that they should have the application decided within the standard period of time. And so it is a difficult one. I think we should hope and pray that it doesn't go on for too long. We can push in terms of the complaints. I think once the complaints become overbearing, they will start to get their caseworkers to do something about it. But we can't go so far as challenging them legally when there is nothing in the law to really stand on. Yeah. I
Hello,
hope
my dear,
got
are you
my
there?
answer.
Yes, please.
Yes.
Yeah, did you understand what the lawyer have explained?
Yeah, I did. But also, I would like to ask, if you don't mind.
I don't mind. Once you only have to add one. If you add two, I will mind.
Yeah, I do understand. But can I ask you a question, if you don't mind?
Yes, please.
Yes. But now that the verdict is out, is it possible? Would you advise that people immediately to remain still apply, or should forget about it?
Do you mean in terms of the Zambrano applications?
Yes.
Okay.
That was yes.
Yeah, so in terms of the Zambrano applications, like I said, if you have every cause to say that you are the main primary carer of that British child, and you know that you have that responsibility for that child, and without you being in this country, if they were to refuse your application, it would mean that child will have to be removed from the UK. Of course, make the application. You may not get a response as you want it now, but at least you are giving yourself a fighting chance in terms of you being able to show that since your child became British, you have looked after this child. And remember, I was saying that the key date here is the 31st of December 2020. You should be able to show that you were looking after this British child before the 31st of December 2020. So as long as you are able to show that you were looking after this child before the 31st of December, and you have evidence to prove that since this child became British, you have been their main primary carer, then of course you can put it in the application. If you have 2.5 years leave and it hasn't ended, give it a go. Still put it in the application and see what the outcome is. Because at least you are showing that you are the child's main primary carer. If they refuse it in any case, they will give you a right of appeal. And with the right of appeal, the court can then challenge it and say that if you are the main primary carer of this child, then you should also have the right to make the application under Appendix EU. I know that the the waiting time is a long time, but I know other people who've done this and they were able to get a decision within 6 months as well. So it's all dependent on the departments and the caseworkers who are working on the case. I hope
dear,
that's okay.
are you satisfied?
Yes, yes.
All right. So if you can prove, you can make the application. Till the end of this month, the door is open. God bless you.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Prophet. Yes. Thank you so much, Eunice. Yes.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you. And pay mami ama ye brof waba. Jollof ni ayi kakra ye die. Wa me abeka ni nyina wa ha. O de ye nyafi. Me ba cho me ma wachi emu akwa ba. We di ohini wagina so ache fa che wa na brof no. O de no ano yanko ye ni. want to say patrol lawyer, what's a first call I know by no, you complain to the about share. I say, who need card in there, or which then up which name no. Similar to Madame Flediano, or visiting application. Now, this application, or self-employed. Self-employed is some of the cardia, over the cash in a brand. This also support the positive scan to account somewhere, or the invoice in your account, and not the quiet, and not your receipt, if you have to be the title of the receipt in your account. By almost the phone say, when we just call it to mean cash, and there's no evidence. Somebody refusal. They are not with my patrol.
Patrol, never application or yeah.
Visiting visa, patrol. Oh yeah, visiting visa application.
I will UK Chrome ha.
Oh, me patrol. Oh yeah, no UK Chrome ha na. Oh, okay. In Ghana. And we have visiting visa application. Okay. Lawyer, or Ghana, and we have visiting visa
application.
Now, on we self-employed, omo beto adia, omo disikana brand in cash.
Yeah.
And also the kobanga, or the we look at two, or the me prove the BH na misika.
Yeah.
But home office for say, once I want to the entry, they can't see the proof in
yeah.
I'm not pinning it down.
Yeah. Okay. I think all they're trying to say is they don't know Nipakone circumstances and say Omunjindi said Nipakono bad visitor or better Nichiako back. And because of the fact that Nipakono so all self-employed, no, I don't know whether or the Sikato accounts no consistently and I say maybe every 2 weeks, not the Sikato 2 months, and I say or the Sikato monthly. I don't know how Nipakono you know.
Or the two every week be your command one check and every week be your command go check and because of the business, you know. But almost proceed on chance and say they call it to account cash in order to account number. And then now year.
Yeah, and see they will just have to explain say this is a Juma omoye and say Abia because enya can consistently in see Abia week be or ha 200 a week be or ha 100 and see their income is not consistent and see say omunya sasika almost spend it be on Abia aduane any nkeka ho no na omode de aka no ato account no and see it is not a fixed amount they will have to explain meaning say sika na eda omo account no apart from the fact say sika ebia omankasa dey ato account no endorse and answer endorse. For instance, so we say we ejuma na wo ye no we sika na ensha da endorse ebia unya 200 and answer 500 every month and the sa sika no ye pese ye hu say sa sika no pay and that account no if they see other monies coming into the account where it is not explained, then they have every reason to say nasika we so yenim say also we eduma ba kope and so no unya 200 and answer 500 a month inti then na ebia 500 ebeto mu and answer another 600 ebeto account no. And because they want a reason to refuse, usually if they don't believe say we are genuine and answer we are credible, they will just refuse the application because they want something to stand on to say because you haven't shown how you are receiving your income and I say you haven't explained saying into a refusal application. Usually if the person is able to explain in their cover letter, maybe I'm a self-employed person, sometimes in the almost to my account, but it is not for my use, it is for their use because I'm a leader. And say susu ede go my account and say it is one of my responsibilities as a Mbweko leader and I am there to collect the monies at so and so point. And in addition to that, I also have these other roles. I have these commitments. Because of my commitments now me wanting there is no way I'm to me abatina a chrome ha send me some mechi na me call back because apart from my business no me were other responsibilities and answer me were other commitments into nunti me pese mo de visa no ema me. And then you put it that way.
Fine, but you're all kind of material, but me problem is or say security to account someone cash some person because you're all kind of but then the problem or change say what is the problem or change it's got to account to the cash also no let you know cash like almost about cash and you know also so let's account say oh I got a situation no like when we delay cash more than a card and a deposit. Is it possible so to select not to scan?
Of course, I'll explain it what ne cover letter num say it is mainly cash system. In see, and yet a crobia so now use a card. Say your obi card say or koye application on kita cardi. Your brother maybe because Ghana no yen sheda needs a contactless system and as it's a card system ninti. Unfortunately, no, there is no evidence say or just no via the accounts no so and I say through contactless payment. And see it is a cash-based system and that is how they receive money. They understand because I know say a lot of applications that we've done, there have been people who have been self-employed and you have to explain say because of the fact say ABA and cash it is through that you are able to also put the same into your account. And so they understand the fact say we have a cash system and it's not a contactless or card system in Ghana. And I don't think say they should penalize that person because of the fact say card now or used it for transactions. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, say lawyer. Say I think you can eat SCN na yedi jumadini nyina abaye. So be your tablet no so manfa. Hello, mbacho mmachi mo akwaba.
Hello, good morning, bro.
Morning na. Meti won kan emano ene mo sheda na mo fa tablet no so nyina mo free hand man ko ha. Fabre ni enko we last caller. Zambrano, no, yeah.
I have applied for that now.
Also, we also have just last year.
We got the third time now.
And say, are you saying now, British? Okay, and see, now me explain the requirements for Zambrano no. And see, the first requirement, let's say, akola no ya akola under the age of 18. So we did more than 18 there, unfortunately no, you will not meet the first criteria. And see, I will not advise say, koye Zambrano no, because they will look at the fact say akola no is a child who is under the age of 18. Answer na umasho crampo say, now we are primary carer, wash British akolano for a continuous period of 5 years. And to say we do more than 18 there, and that will be one thing that you will miss. Okay, into another akola or you're British, I will do 14.
Yes.
Okay, into sa akola no, how long now wash no for? Okay, but me bisa say that when I say akola no be British.
Almost 4 years.
Okay, so the 10 now we the registration the man no.
Yes.
Okay, into with that akola no. So we can say when I wash no since the time I be British there, And then you can make the application for the Zambrano using the Appendix EU. A paper form, but you have to be able to show, say, when now your main primary carer of Akolano. Inti, no sano. If you are able to show, say, when now your main primary carer of Akolano, then they can look and assess at your evidence that you are the main primary carer of Sa Akolano. At least with that one, you can say, because of the fact, say, what's evidence to show, say, what should na basi Sambre niti, open say, we application no for pre-settle, which is limited leave to remain under the Appendix EU. You should have good reason. The entire woman say deadline also, and then if they refuse it in any case, they can afford you a right of appeal. Then, in that case, you can go to the courts for them to say, even though they are saying, say, what leave to remain under your immigration rules, national, you are still able to make the application because of the fact that we are calling main primary carer.
Oh, okay. It's still not more this application is still.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, ubetumi aye.
Okay, that. I mean, sure.
I said, Ocean be ha adwin so a, wo de ba ye be yama. Why? Wadaroma, ye be hwe wanim. Nyame bye bye. Lawyer, make time so enti eha ena emre ebema ye kwan na ye de asi ye ma fa papa bi nsu ana ma me bi. You know, lawyer ne famra ye because the 21 days na ya ye mpaibo awia je wo se metimi di ufi. Hello me pa cho me ma achi ama wa baba. Me pa cho me jawo ni kakra nya san lawyer bu bi fu obeko.
Important that sometimes you know which what the Baha, a yes, what they call the home office. Now, it is said, any kind of what home office, nothing to Odina, radio, or new year, now, because now, one home office, normally they will say, this kind of, only will be with you. Now, it's and say, basic access, so almost a site for so open here. Also, so the passport number in the honestly, you know, your kind passport number, the end of the first one is yes, so because who says you have almost not even say our
There are bits I may say, but I couldn't hear everything.
Divorce. Lawyer, about divorce.
It's all because I say, or your divorce, now one fan call home office, better than a home office who say, why, our rebida, or your divorce, Anna.
Yeah.
Okay. In terms of, let's say, Abia, over a chrome ha, now I worry. All your application, no. For let's say visitor would be chrome hano. Okay say waware and oba. Wabetina chrome ha one sandwich and come back. Sisia waware for open so your application with new spouse. Kai say oh yeah visit application okay say waware until they will go back and do checks with your name. It's about one system no so say oh yeah visit application no can say wow already they will expect to find whether you have divorced or not. And so we good case worker or show application there he will definitely check to see whether the information what the amount or form no so is correct. If it happens that we can say wow application now oh yeah answer na wo back room had there. They will ask you for further evidence. And so, when baby say, you name said now worry before, and see, ube to me they will divorce certificate actually, and then you will have to provide the evidence say nah why you divorce. But if it is the case say over no one can say waware and ebia na waware but unfa ento bibia so into omunim, then of course there's no record on anything say waware into so oya divorce crampona they will not need it because you've never stated anywhere say na waware. But where there is the case say now already there, then they will expect to see evidence say would divorce now why no it is a proper court proceedings divorce or almost say because now already before no wakoye divorce from Ghana almost through the court proceedings into what divorce certificate actually say waware new into waware na waware new one a valid marriage because ugu aware na ansa na ubeware way. Inti there will be that request say if previously you made an application to say waware there, they will expect to see say why a divorce no so.
Okasa no embayi meme kura me studio ha no mente wonka was sometimes ago lawyer can say new law biaba so worry EU ni name di 2-3 years na we jai nipa na e be affect you stay na wo dia no wo worry ye no adi how many years adi 2 years and as say we jai nipa ni person wo jai okay
in terms of EU aware there say why worry EU ni na nipa kono e ka che say on person obe worry obiom na o person ye divorce na nipa kono even without your consent they can still go ahead and start the divorce process into say nipa kono say o person ojai aware na say 3 years no so ya under appendix EU and I say formally EA regulation 2016 you can only retain your right so over to me actually say when is EU nimpa no one worry for at least 3 years mwe to me actually say matna a chrome ha UK chrome ha for at least 1 year na o chere say since sa nimpa no mo betina chrome ha nimpa no waye juma so waye juma that's if for nationality purposes you want to be able to get British citizenship at the end of indefinite leave to remain. So you have to be able to meet all of those requirements. Say because of the fact say nipa no epese jai aware after 2 years then it means you will not be able to retain your rights because based on what you are telling me waware for only 2 years ebia one nipa no watna ekrom ha for more than 1 year but because EU law is so specific about nkofo and retaining rights ninti so with 3 years so then unfortunately to me any application for retained rights under appendix EU into no ebe how so where divorce na ebe how pa.
Okay, lawyer obisa say okoye divorce na say wan fa nko home officer. How will the home office know say nipa yi want na wadi no 3 years and na wajai nti ebe dey na hand paper.
Oh, because some of them are very crude. EU for some of them can even write to home office on which I have already that nti so if there is a situation like that where Nipakono is not on friendly terms with you, then no send Nipakono to me ako home office. To me from they can even write to home office to tell them say they are no longer with you anymore.
And lawyer,
yeah,
say in other words, say onipa no wa anko report to home office.
Yeah.
Now also one for divorce. Now because onipa ekura me na ja awade dia.
Yeah.
Nature said there is no way home office be who say when nipa ni hobby says
yeah.
I am say no na your brother and person what he say. So brother ayesa. Aha.
Okay, see, yes, of course, answer anchor divorce certificates be there and the name. If you are making the application after 3 years to say what retaining a writer, they will go by the premise there. When you another divorce certificate, actually say more aware no go after 3 years of more aware no. That's if you are saying say there's no evidence to show say why you divorce no before the 3 years, because the who retained rights now they will expect to see say a divorce certificate actually say aware no go after the 3-year period. And so if that's what you are saying, then of course it will be based on the evidence you are providing to them. Yeah.
Yo, yanso yada wasi. Iha ena daye ekosu ye enwani sepitri. Lawyer, we die memre no abuati ame. Enti yemfa dwumade ni nyina emre awiye. Sane ebe ya metumi ebo wuro fie ntem ni ato dwumade ni so. Onyame nhira.
Me that's a very prophet. I know say and your telephone lines not meant to me and saying but I really enjoy the fact that you are back. I feel papa. And I am just to say on the waba as dream yet
Amen.
Mama name Coladina. I know that she was holding the fort strongly for you whilst you were waiting.
That's right.
Yeah, that's yes, it's here for any coffee or Facebook and as a Rainbow Radio International Facebook and as a YouTube. So yeah, that was to say end the day. As I was saying, based on this new guidance now home office Ediabano, say or leave to remain. Your immigration rules now say I almost say and the men bother with this Zambrano application. But we say based on case law and immigration EA regulation 2016, a definition for obia to me ekita sa Zambrano right to reside. Obia or a bar or under the age of 18. Usually they wouldn't have any right to make an application for leave to remain under the Immigration Act of 1971. To me, actually, someone a primary carer of British Akolano, where say refuse almost application na Akolano so say in free UK Chrome ha. So to me, actually, and on then they can go ahead and assess your application up until the 25th of July, which is this year, 2022. Into so, yes, applications where Home Office dates no up to 25th July 2022. So almost say we will leave to remain in some show application crown puna. You can then go ahead and appeal because rights of appeal in terms of that applications way. Over to me, I appeal. Course no so. Over to me, I show more. I a home assessment at the amount. So British at collar or Casade Mame and answer ne papa British and Nuntina Colana British dear and their patcho be Zambrano application way MO because catcher will say refuse so application no crown puna sa or mammy and answer or papa or British no or no ebe to me asha colanity one no to me AU every chrome ha. Inti say akolane mama and answer ne papa ye British patcho and ye application ebe ye amount ye can nkofo the main primary carers of akolano based on the fact say ebi akolane di 10 inti na akolano abeye British. Inti say utie mi me pa uncho bebre san nkofo we ya omo primary carers of akola or British and kwana ye kan wasem. And remember say there's a specified date and sad dates no Home Office air no the 31st of December 2020. Into na so which na one sa akola no ewo nkita ho a wo hwe akola no into akola no ebe British before that date and I won so our primary carer na wo hwe sa akola no before the 31st of December 2020 and now ebia uguso air hwe akola no and I say 5 years no crampo apa ho a woda so application omo aka say oh yeah application no na omo refuse to wa sign application no biom nti omo ama nkofo ho kwan say omo betumi assign applications no biom nti say oh yeah primary carer of akola na unim say requirements ni na amabobo so ofole under that criteria and the ubetumi assign sa Zambrano application biom up until the 25th of July 2020. Inti prophet mamenja no ha nyame ya adoma dasende ya sign issue biom.
Rajo fa mo telephone number no address no to man.
Yeah, inti BWF Solicitors yeah wo 7 Sisters London. Your main address is 4th floor of Anna House. Into 4th floor of Anna House. 214 to 218 Tottenham High Road. Into 214 to 218 Tottenham High Road, London. N15 4NP. Into N15 4NP. Your office telephone number 0208 493 7340. It's 0208 493 7340. Into your office no you break from Monday to Friday, which is 9:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. So open so offer now book your appointments offer main office line omo betumi e book you in. So open say we are remote consultation because baby I would no ewa omo betumi e book you for telephone consultation and answer Zoom consultation. So open appointment on Saturday earlier. Pacho just a offer number no so na you book specifically for a Saturday appointment. Nyanka Sami number is 075 3581 3910. Inti meja no ha nyame ya doma da sende ya be sign issue biom.
Emo yeda ase ha ene yedi dwumade ni nyina ebisi na me lawyer na me shira time no eye akwati ya me. Enti advert no bo wi no antumi nka makra mo ikọ yekoto ayem 5 no so 21 days fasting and prayer and in media you hear awia ye bom paye anajo ya bom paye nyame nka ho bye
Bye.
Ye fema ye wo London. Ya ji abasobodie bebre. Ne ya redare e wo mransemu. Eye legal services, be to say family law, matrimonial law, immigration, dispute resolution, Ghanaian customary, any family law. Wo BWF die, yen solicitors edi enijie ene twitwaje wo na ye bo nso nya den kra. Yen partner penin pa, Bernardo Wusu aye lawyer ewo UK memu bebru mfie duonu nkron, 29 years. BWF Solicitors kura won ho. Inti se ba na ebusuansem bi te se child care, eye abofrahwe mu, awarja ye ho twema mentwe. Ene ohye ana injunction ye de to domestic violence so a ye ma legal assistance ya edimu na ye adwuma nso. Ye child care any family team no nim nia wo famu ewe nia ya wo brei mu. Enu nti ne to ye mbo asema wafutu a esefata ewo kokoa mu. Ye senior partner obi a Law Society Family Law Accreditation Panel agina tumu na osanso ye member na kyerese eba no se ye gina wachi etwitwaje wo family any matrimonial cases ho a wonni how kra. Upe advice ewo immigration sensem ho. Wo BWF Solicitors deɛ yɛ immigration team no abredare ɛwɔ general immigration ho nsɛmsɛm kosi complex immigration, work permit, student visa ho ntotoyɛ ɛne entry clearance visas, family visas ne appeals. Yɛn senior partner ɛyɛ member na wasan gyina tum ɛwɔ Law Society Immigration Accreditation Panel. Enti sɛ yɛtae w'akyi a wonni haw koraa. Yɛbie yɛn office free dwada ekosi fiada anɔpa nɔnkron pɛɛ mu ekosi enumere nonsia ɛyɛ 9:30 a.m. kosi 6 p.m. ɛna memeneda nso ɛyɛ appointment nko a free anɔpa nondu ekosi ewia nɔnan ɛyɛ 10 a.m. kosi 4 p.m. Yɛwɔ 4th floor ɛwɔ Anna House 214-218 Tottenham High Road, London N15 4NP. Sɛ wonnante free 7 Sisters Underground nso a ɛyɛ kwan tiaa bi. Yɛn senior partner Bernardo Wusu san yɛ barrister yɛgyina tomu na ɔyɛ Ghana Bar Association member ɛna wasan gyina sɛ mmaranimfoɔ ɛwɔ court cases a ɛfa Ghana law ho. Wa advise local authorities, official solicitors office ne solicitors bebree ɛfa Ghanaian law ho yie. Na ɔsan yɛ obi a ɔtae kasa ɛwɔ radio ɛne TV so fa Ghanaian law ho.